So here we have area and volume, and for volume then, question 5. A diagram for the construction of a shed is shown. Find the area of the shaded side of the shed. So the shaded side of the shed is the front wall here, is in yellow in your book, okay? So how are we going to find the area of the shed? The shaded side. So part 1. The area is made up of a triangle on top of a rectangle. Okay, so how do we find the area of a rectangle? So the area of the rectangle is equal to 6 meters by 2 meters, which is equal to 12 meters squared. And the area of the triangle is equal to a half the base multiplied by the height, which is a half of, well, the base is 6 meters multiplied by, again, the total height is 4, so the wall is 2 plus another 2, so the height is 2. A half of 6 is 3 meters by 2 meters, which is 6 meters squared. So the total area will be equal to 12 meters squared plus 6 meters squared, which is 18 meters squared. And that's the total area of the side of the shed. Now we want to find part 2, the volume of the shed, interior. So how much can the shed hold? Well, we know the area of the shed is 18 meters squared, and it's 8 meters long, so multiply by 8 meters is equal to 144 meters, and it's going to be cubed. Okay, so that's the volume of the shed. And now we have a pair of steps made of the concrete as shown, and we have the dimensions. So we want to find the volume contained in the steps. Okay, so the volume of concrete contained in the steps. And we want to put our answer into cubic meters. So the first thing we need to know is that 1 meter cubed is equal to 100 cubed centimeters, which is equal to 1,000,000 centimeters cubed, because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Now that's the first part that will catch you out with that question. Okay, so if you think of a cube like a box, like so, 100 by 100 by 100. Okay, that's in effect what you're trying to do. Alright, so because there's 100 centimeters in a meter. So in this case, what we're going to do, we could find the total volume and then take out the smaller block. Okay, so the total volume, so a big block, we'll go with first. Okay, 60 by 60, and it's 200 because it says 2 meters long, so that's 200 centimeters, which in this case is going to be, so find the volume, is the length by the breadth by the height. 60 by 60 by 200 is equal to, and your calculator then, so 60 by 60 is 720,000, and it'll be in centimeters cubed. Okay, now we want to take away this little bit here that we're not including, so the volume is 30 by 30 by 200, which is equal to 180 centimeters cubed. We're taking away those, so we're left with 540 centimeters cubed. Okay. Now we want to 540, we want it in meters, divided by 1 million, which is 0.54 meters cubed. Okay, so just be careful with that bit. And then finally, the cost of making the steps, well, we need 0.54 meters cubed, multiply that by 88 euro, which is equal to 47 euros and 52 cents. Okay, so that's a bit of volume for you. Now, volume and surface area of cylinders. So how do we find the volume of a cylinder? Well, the volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. So question 1, part 3. Question 1, part 3. The volume will be equal to pi. The radius is 9 meters squared and the height is 8 meters. And they want to give our answer in terms of pi. So our answer will be 648 pi meters cubed. So they don't want us to substitute for pi. Whereas in part V, or part 5, the volume is equal to pi is 3.14 this time. So therefore 3.14, the radius is 5 millimeters squared and the height is 14 millimeters. So we do that out on our calculator, 3.14, and we get 1099 millimeters cubed. So that's the volume of the cylinder. And then in question 2, we want to find the curved surface area and the total surface area. So the curved surface area is the bit around the outside of the tin. So the curved surface area will be looking like a rectangle. Okay? And if we want the total surface area, total surface area will be the rectangle plus the top and the bottom. Top, bottom, and around the sides. Okay? So the curved surface area is equal to 2 pi r h, and the total surface area is equal to 2 pi r h plus circle on top, circle on the bottom. So the total surface area is equal to 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared, because the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared, and there are 2 circles. Okay, so an example here for you. Look at part 1. So the radius is equal to 0.25 meters. The height is equal to 2 meters. Pi is equal to 3.14. So the curved surface area will be 2 times 3.14 times 0.25 times 2, which is equal to 3.14 meters squared, and the total surface area will be equal to 3.14 meters squared plus 2 times 3.14, and we know the radius is equal to 0.25 squared, which will be equal to, so 2 times 3.14, multiply that by 0.25 squared, gives us 0.3925 meters squared. So the total surface area, when we add those together, is equal to 3.5325 meters squared. Okay, so that's surface area of cylinders. Now for a cone, so you're moving on now to a cone. How do we find the volume of a cone? Well, the volume of a cone is equal to 1/3 the volume of a cylinder, pi r squared h. Okay, and again, you want to find the curved surface area. The curved surface area is equal to pi times the radius times the slant height L. So L is the slant height. Okay, and your total surface area will be equal to the curved surface area plus a circle on the bottom, pi r squared, which will be equal to pi r L plus pi r squared. So if we take question 1 part 5, the volume is equal to 1/3, pi is 22/7, the radius is 25 centimeters squared, and the height is 14 centimeters. So find the volume. So on your calculator, and you get 9166.6 centimeters cubed. So that's for volume. Where if we take question 2 part 1, first of all we want to find the curved surface area. So in this one, I'm just going to draw out a little cone. So we have R is equal to 11, L is 61, and pi is equal to 3.14. So the curved surface area, pi r L, will be 3.14, the radius is 11, and the slant height is 61. And so let's see what the curved surface area is equal to 2106.94, and it's in centimeters squared for area. And then for the total surface area is equal to, so 2106.94 plus the circle on the bottom, 3.14 times 11 squared. So we add those together and we get 2486.88 centimeters, and because it's area, it's going to be centimeters squared. Okay, and that's cones. And finally, for a sphere, you only want to find the volume of a sphere. Volume of a sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. So question 1, part 4, diameter equal to 21. So the radius will be 21 divided by 2, which is 10.5 centimeters. So the volume will be 4/3. They're telling us pi is 22/7 and the radius is 10.5 centimeters cubed. Don't mistake squares and cubes. So 4 over 3, 22 over 7, and 10.5 cubed gives us a total of 4851 centimeters cubed. And that's the volume of a sphere. And for question 2 then, we want the volume of a hemisphere. Okay, and the volume of a hemisphere will be 4 over 3 pi r cubed divided in half, which gives you 2 over 3 pi r cubed. Okay, so for part 3, the volume of the hemisphere will be equal to 2 over 3. Pi is 3.14 and the radius is 1.5 cubed. So in this case then, 2 over 3 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied by 1.5 cubed gives us a total of 1.4 multiplied by 1.5 cubed equals 7.065, and it's in meters cubed. And that's the area and volume of sphere.